Yeah, everyone, it is Jai, that Aussie metal guy here with Crank.com. Today, tonight, wherever you are in the world, I'm joined by good mate, co-host, Crank counterpart, Jim Taylor. And we're both absolutely stoked to be catching up with none other than Mr. Richie Cavalera, frontman for Arizona's groove thrash powerhouse Incite. These guys have been carving their name into the modern metal scene for fucking years now, and they're about to unleash their seventh and possibly their most furious and ferocious record yet, Savage New Times. It does drop tomorrow for me, a little bit later for you guys in America. August 15th via Reigning Phoenix Music. Richie, thank you so much for joining me, brother.
What up,
Thank you,
dudes?
sir.
Hell yeah. Thank y'all for having me and taking the time and giving an awesome shout out, man. Glad y'all are digging the tunes and feeling the
Oh
vibe
yeah.
that's going on.
Yeah, man, I've been following you guys for quite a fucking while. Finally knuckled down a chat with you, dude. And Savage New Times does feel like it's coming in hard, ferocious, with a real bloody statement. It's a fucking amazing album. I'm loving the ones that aren't released yet, as well as the singles.
Yeah.
What does this album represent for you personally and for Insight as a band?
Getting on track. It's like, um, making Up in Hell with Lennon and L joining and us kind of like beginning to find our progression and our true style, with that album. And, making Bad Choice with a guy that plays guitar for the next two. And it kind of diverted us, kind of like hostage held the writing process and all these things. And, finally we did Wake Up Dead, man. And that was gone. And you see that like, natural progression from Up in Hell to where like we should have went, and we're so stoked because this is that finally, we're right where we want to be. We have Lane on guitar, who is just phenomenal, and like that ultimate dude we've just been chasing to get and really just fit in and be that guy that you know jams like us and is humble and works hard and just loves music, and influences are similar. And that's what we found, and that's what you're hearing now is a band that, yeah, we're finding our shit and just tuning it up, making it better. And I hope everybody feels that way when they get to hear the whole record.
And that production you guys have on, it's so crisp. Where'd you guys record this and with whom?
This was done in New Jersey with Steve Evans, and he's
Okay.
done our last four albums, from Oppression, Built to Destroy, Wake Up, and Savage. And I think for us it was nice to find a producer like that where we felt comfortable to work with. And like each album we finished was like, no, we didn't quite get what we're searching for with you. And that's been such a fun ride with him to like each record get better and badder and learn more, and production value becoming better. And he's like that right person that pushes you far enough but like brings you back and lets you know how awesome that take was or something like that. So you feel that with the guy like that. And he doesn't like get comfortable where he lets us just slide and do shit easy. It really was a fucking a battle and a challenge to do each song and just really get the best out of each guy that we knew we could hit. So it's cool, man, what he does.
Yeah, and one of the latest singles off it, Lies, man. That's absolutely blistering. That was probably the last one I was cranking through the film clip here, watching it as well. I love the film clip. It kind of represents the track as well. Tell me a little bit about the message behind that track and how that energy translated into the music.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like that was like a personal message of like just me feeling like my life had been inundated and surrounded by liars and just negative, bad people. And when I got to sit down and write this and hear that music, it was just like, oh, this is the one. I get to speak my words to these people, and the way that I do it, and that's
Absolutely.
writing lyrics. And that song just it hits hard. And I think it's cool that it like evolved into kind of like a bigger statement about like the world and society and the online shit of just false information that's going on in the world. So I'm really hyped that this album like went from a personal thing but has a big picture to it as well.
I was gonna say definitely, and lyrically, like to listen to Rats, and I was able to read the lyrics, and I was like, oh my God, this is Venom. And it's funny, and the way what always strikes me with the way you guys play, where you'll start like a thrash, like a kind of a thrash group, and
Mm-hmm.
just these grinding. like your delivery on that rats. I was like, dude, it doesn't make sense, and it does at the same time. How is that to like? How do you find that? Because he's a very distinctive guitar player.
Dude, for sure. Yeah. Like Lane, I think like when he was writing and like, we used to do all this shit. It would like go through email and Dropbox and just no realness like in our feelings to it. So Lane and Lennon like got together in Texas for a few months and really just like smoked joints, drank, and fucking dived in
And
on
just dove
every
in.
aspect. And I think when we found out like what his like vibe was and how good he could actually write, and also his knowledge and just instruments like 12 string guitar on Doubts and the Fears, and piano on Dolores, and then
Yeah.
his solos, it just comes from somewhere else that we tend to find a lot of ingredients, and that's why we call ourselves just a heavy metal band, because we kind of fuse so much into what we do, and it seems like very seamless. And he just brought that to the next level, and his riffing is insane. And it's
Mm.
cool. He does it studio and live, and that's what's tighter, because he's even crazier live. Like his stage presence, his movement, his energy, it hits with all the rest of us, and it just completes, like I said, the band to where it wants to be. And just a rat was dope. Like, so I knew I had to find a new voice for that song, and and a couple other of these songs, it had to challenge me. And I kind of focused on Deadbeat a little bit, and that kind of bounce and that speaking, and almost like a Mike Muir in a sense, like delivery, and that's
Yeah.
that's where that kind of came from. And I was like, you know what, I think I can get even nastier than Deadbeat with the pronunciation and the way we work this. And that's also where Steve Evans comes in, because he's a master at this, man. He takes each one of my lines, and he figures out like how we're going to say it, and the spit that's going to come with it, and everything. It's so fun and detailed, and just shit I didn't never know. I just always was like, figured that was the way to do it. But there's cool shit to learn in music and being a vocalist.
Yeah, and on the production side of thing, you did have Arthur do the mixing for this one as well, yeah?
Yeah, dude. Like, he did the mastering actually, and Steve did the mixing. But like,
Yep.
Steve approached us, was like, dude, we want to have Arthur get his hands on this. And it was like,
Yeah.
damn, like that dude, everything he's touched the last 15 years is like the baddest of the baddest. So he came in, and getting his feedback also was awesome. And he does what he does, and it made the album grow even 10 times just when you put it in the car, and you're like, damn, this it can't get better. There's nothing that could have been better on this. So honored to have him too.
Yeah, and it's just so crisp. Like
Yeah.
everything is just very it was like I was here and I was like, man, he got that buzzsaw entombed kind of nasty. Like and like you said, you don't have. I like that you don't label.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just heavy.
Yeah, that's what
you
we
know.
do, man. Like, we can play with Gorgoroth, or we can go tour with Cancer Bats or Il Nino, or like 36 Crazy Fist to
Oh, great band.
Hatebreed.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we're so diverse, but it doesn't sound like a different band. It's really, you're like, damn, that's cool. It's different, but it's still Incite. That's what's like special, I think, about us, that people are noticing right now, that we can do shit.
Yeah, well, I was lucky enough to get this album last night, dude, and it's an absolute ripper, man. Like a ripper. So I've been banging the hell out of it since I got back from a gig, and I'm loving the title track right at the end there, "Savage New Times," and also the "Use and Abuse." Some of these tracks, like "Rats" and "All Lies and Lies," and man, it feels like almost like a fuck you to all the shit that's happened, a release as well to what's happening, but also a statement on what's going on and around the world.
Oh, totally, man. I think that's what we've always been as a band. Like, we try to take parts that are like affecting us on a global scale. And this album really, was more personal than anything I'd done.
Yeah, I
I
can
couldn't
feel it.
hold back. Like, I really had to let out everything and spill my guts. And I kind of always had this like block that stopped that, because I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm people always expect this from me, or they think of who I am, and they're like, oh, I need to have that kind of style. And that's where I probably was always affecting my own self and becoming better. I think with like Wake Up Dead, I finally started to break out of that and be
Yep.
myself. And this album, I pushed it to a whole nother level, and I'm really proud, like, of myself. I know I don't listen, to the old records that much, but when I do, I'm like, fuck, man, I could have been better. I always love them because they are a growth that I can see, and we didn't come out and like blow our load on the first album and be huge and then like chase that forever. So now we still
Right.
can like create new things that are fresh and not have a pressure like that. And that's just kind of what we like to do and how we present ourselves now.
And
Yeah,
it's
that's fantastic. I was gonna say that first record too is a banger. That's the one you did with Logan Mader,
Yeah,
right?
dude. I mean, we were all like
Ooh.
19, 18,
yeah,
and
dude.
20 and shit. Like, didn't know shit, dude. Like, I
Right.
think everything on that record is literally copy pasted. Like, everything, dude. It was so bad. We had like 15 days, no budget, no nothing, and just made it happen. But that's what's cool, about it, like
It's a
where you
great record,
started
dude.
from. Thanks,
That,
brother.
that's
Yeah.
it. It's
Oh,
always
absolutely.
cool to look back as well and to kind of see the evolution. I know with what I've been doing the last 10 years, even on this side of things, I fucking cringe going back and looking at the shit I was doing 10 years
Oh
ago.
yeah.
And it's like,
Oh, dude, like it's crazy because you can go check out like our Up in Hell record, and that dude that produced that was like he was done, bro. He was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and he's like, Grammy winner, and he just didn't care. Like he phoned this record in, and like we go back now and listen to it, and you can hear like Click Track on What the Fuck and like all these other songs that have like so
Oh
many
my.
problems, bro. And it's like fuck, but that's it's cool to see about growing up and like getting better at your craft, I guess.
yep.
1000%.
Yeah,
That's,
it's fucking
the,
cool.
the artwork is bloody striking, man. I'm loving the artwork for this, dude. It's just very representative. It's almost like that's three eyes there and with the skeletons, and it just looks fucking amazing. And you can see your vinyl in the back there. Everyone needs to go get that.
Yeah.
Tell us about the artwork for this.
Yeah, like for like us, it's been super important to have good artwork. Um, I think obviously, like when L came into the band, it increased even further. He's the type of dude that like he's in the vinyl game hard. He's cruising the record shops to find these vinyls, and he's like taking over that. So it was like we had Dan Seagrave do like Up in Hell and Oppression, who's just like one of the best there is, and Andre Buzikov doing Built to Destroy, and Marcelo Vasco doing Savage New Times. It's like, dude, he's done like Slayer and Deicide and Kerry King and all this like shit that we just idolized growing up and still today. So for us, it's important. It's a big piece of this band, and we think of like shifting through the records, and you see that cover, and
Yeah.
you don't know what's maybe, but you see that cover, and you're like, dude, I'm checking this out just because of that. We love that, and it's big
Definitely.
to us as a band.
I've done that so many fucking times, especially as a young lad when there was a lot more CD stores. You go in there and I'd grab like Alchemist and never heard them before, but just pick them out for the artwork, go home and I'm fucking blown away. So many
Oh yeah.
albums I've gone out and picked out just on the artwork as well.
Oh
I
hell
did
yeah,
that with
dude.
Dio. I did it with Holy Diver. I was like,
Oh
check
bro,
this
that makes
out.
sense for sure. Like that's the cool thing about metal. I always thought, like these covers were always just so expressive and adventurous, and just it can create so much to an album.
Yeah, it's really good to see metalheads are still out there buying vinyls and records. You guys are about to jump on the Summer Slaughter tour, I seen, yeah?
Oh, we just finished that. That
Just
shit was
finished that one?
crazy. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of great bands, and Jamie Josta, he's a badass in
Yeah.
metal, and he's helping reshape it in America, which needed to happen. Restoring like Milwaukee Metal Fest, and now he's restoring Summer Slaughter, and it was killer, dude. To like see them for like 16 shows in a row was just like fuck, man. They're so good, and
Yeah.
a great band, and it was fun for us to like get to test these new tracks out, and see how the metalheads were digging it, and it was going great. And actually, in like I think it's 3 weeks, we start a tour in the U.S. with 6 Feet Under. That's the next thing we have going on.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm stoked,
No,
man.
no one's safe.
Yeah, dude. Like this is brutal, and it's us and Exhorder, and I think the other
Yeah.
band's called Wretched. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
know,
I'm
Richard.
stoked, man. Like I'm stoked. It's like 30 shows all over the country, and hopefully after that, man, we can figure out getting us down under, bro. Because
Dude,
we've been trying, and the promoters, the bookers, whoever's in charge, whoever has this power, like let me know because I'll come hump legs or I'll do whatever. I'll shake hands, whatever we gotta do because we're dying to play there. It's like bucket list shit for us. So we need the metalheads down there to like rally the troops in Aussie land.
yeah, dude, we need to get the Phoenix AU or Hardline Media or one of the good bookers down under to get you guys here. Because what was fucking last time you were here? What, 2010 maybe or something?
I
Like
I
forever
think
ago,
that's
dude.
it, dude. Like right when we started, all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, you're gonna go to Australia," and then it's like 15 years later, I don't go to go back. I'm like, that's some bullshit, dude. But
Dude.
like the biggest tease ever, man.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
must
want
be
some
hanging.
meat pies and shit, man.
Damn fucking straight. You must be hanging to get down under again, dude. Because like I
I'm
fucking would
dying,
love to
bro.
catch you guys live, man. Like,
Yeah, you guys got
Same.
so many killer shows and killer venues and festivals that are happening. So I'm hoping that's something in the close future for sure.
so talking about the live shows there, tell us. You plus said you played a few of the newer tracks on Summer Slaughter, Richie. Tell us which ones you were really enjoying playing live off one.
Oh man, every one of them. I mean, we did a headline show like kind of in the middle of that where we really got to go nuts, and I think we played 7 of the 10 songs.
Oh,
We
nice.
did Dolores,
Uh,
like, and it was so rad, dude. And we did like Doubts and the Fears and Feel This Shit Fired Up and Rat and No Mercy and Lies and just really went for it. I think it's great to have a record that we feel like we could literally play the entire thing from front to back and it'd be ripping. And the like albums in the past you find like songs that don't work live and it's like, oh damn, that sucks because it's great on the record, but all these like threw down hard, man. And it
Yeah.
was cool. Like Dolores was like the coolest to me because it was like such a trip. And but it's nice in an atmosphere of like endless heavy. It really like brought a good mood in that like people got to enjoy and like feel out like our musicianship at the same time.
Yeah, tracks like Feel This Shit on Fired Up. It's like all these tracks could be just, like you said, you could play the whole album bloody live and it wouldn't have a dull fucking moment, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think so, man. And like blending those with like some older tracks, it works really cool and it's a lot of fun. And fresh for us. We don't have to like dig so much into like the older albums that we had. We're playing like stuff that's like relevant to like Lane, and that's what we want really to be the band about.
Yeah, he feels like he's brought this new energy to you guys as well, having that stable guitarist that's able to create and bring another level to you guys as well.
Oh man, we fucking love him. Like we absolutely do. He is the day we just met him, it was like this is that guy. Like,
that's the guy.
and you
Yeah.
you understand that when you like we've had like Dis and Gene and Drew, and then Eli filled in and Mike DeLone filled in, and then it was like finally, like this dude just is the guy. Like Eli was great to come in and help us like create Wake of Dead and get the touring done that we
Yep.
needed to do, in a pinch. And he's incredible. He sings for Ignite and just rips and just incredible now. Like so that was cool. And then Mike DeLone, helped us like do a couple shows and went off and got to join Soulfly. So it's cool what like
Very cool.
what's happened for us and got to where we needed. But like, fate is kind of a thing I believe in. And, meeting Lane was like totally like that. It was just like this dude rules. Like he rules. He rips live studio knowledge. His personality is just so cool. And I look forward to people getting to see him and meet him and him getting that respect for what he's doing.
Yeah, and for fans that have been there since day one, Richie, and or just discovering Incite now, where the hell have you been, by the way? What do you hope they take away from this record?
Oh, I think that like the feeling of damn, like where the hell has this band been in my radar? Like, why haven't people given us more hype and more respect? I think everybody just kind of was like, oh, it's not a rise, so we can't like it. It's not a rise, we can't like it. So
Right.
now it's like finally, I think after you've done this many and you've been around this long and people kind of know me from touring so much, it's like all right, let's do it. Let's give them that chance. It's not a bad thing to like give them some respect for like how hard they fucking work. And it's like four dudes still in a van. We don't have any crew, and we just go have a great time and fucking throw down and rip. And we don't ever take a day off from a show. We don't ever phone that shit in. We go hard, and we jump on a tour, and bands are like, fuck, I have to play hard every night now because of these guys. Like it's and I think it's cool to see someone like Jamie, break that ice for us and really give us that big chance and Hatebreed, to like so. And now 6 Feet Under, giving us that chance, and it's cool to see people catching on and, realizing what the hell's been going on and finding the whole catalog as well. Like there's a bunch of dope shit to like learn about us and cool videos, man. We have like 15 videos that are all just like insane 3D videos before they even had them. Like cool shit going on.
The one that had the lyrics that it was being printed on the computer screen. I'm trying to think.
Nice. That was the one we were talking about before. That was cool, man.
That was That was cool as hell, dude.
Yeah, we had a good team, man, that worked with us on this album cycle, and they just each lyric video like really fit the song, and I'm stoked for everybody to see the final video on Friday. It's cool. It's for the title track Savage New Times, and it rips, man.
Damn straight, it fucking rips off. I actually got to listen to that one, dude. A good fucking album, man. Really, really Thanks, amazing album. I'm absolutely digging the fuck out of it. Thanks, Australia needs to get you down under. Go through a quick couple of questions and we'll round out for you, brother.
Cool, man.
First album you bought?
Oh shit, Crosses. Incredible, man. Like what a band, what a record. One of my favorites, man. Chino's a legend.
Oh, dude. Favorite track off the album? Why?
I just listened to it again literally before this interview. Chucked off. My verses on that are nasty. Like if the person knows that they're like out there that knows that I'm talking to them, they're gonna just feel like shit for a couple of days. So that one rules.
Yeah. What's been one of the best cities to play in so far?
I really like London. They go the hardest for us. Like, I mean, they do. They go hard. I mean, we just played there in 2023. It was absolute batshit crazy. And I respect that.
Yeah, how good are the European fans, though, dude? They just fucking love their metal, dude, on another level, dude. It's crazy.
It's intense, bro. It's intense.
It's so fucking good, man. One sentence to describe Savage New Times.
Fun.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, fun. Damn, Richie, brother, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Savage New Times does land August 15th via Raining Phoenix Music. Everybody go out there, buy that fucker, get the vinyl, crank the new single, share it with your mates, get ready for this one. It is one of the heaviest of the years, and it is an absolutely ripping fucking album. Thank you, Richie. Last word, shout-outs. Up to you, mate.
J&J, mad appreciated. All the metalheads out there, thanks. Check this album out, please, man. It rips. It's dope. It's fat. It's got vibe, and I think you'll enjoy it. And just be safe.